What's going on, y'all? It's your boy 3 Stacks in this thing, and today I'm gonna go over some test hands from my Blue Eyes deck. I just had a random thought. Like, a lot of people ask questions about my Blue Eyes, like, is it consistent? Does it work? And some people didn't even ask questions and went ahead to tell me, your deck sucks and it's not consistent and it's this and it's that. And I kind of, didn't even say anything back because I really didn't want to trigger an argument. So instead, I decided to actually do this test hand video. Because I feel like test hands are really something that I need to work on doing a lot more on this channel because people love seeing this. It kind of gives like the evidence and proof of, your deck actually being able to, function the way that you state it does on a deck profile. A deck profile is kind of like pen and paper. It's like the problematic, it's not problematic, it's the basically probability and the statistic ratio that says, I have a chance of doing this, that, and the other. And then a test hand is like, how often does it actually happen? So I feel like we should do this a lot more and, do more live duels and just more topics of discussion. But we're going to go ahead and get into these test hands. And my Blue Eyes variant is actually the ritual build based on Lord of the Red and not Chaos Max. And I just prefer that build. It's just personal preference, honestly. This is a very nice opening hand. We're going to play our Dragon Shrine. And we're going to go ahead and send Dragon Spirit of the White. And also we are going to send our White Stone of Ancients. If we did not top deck the Blue Eyes, we could have still searched him, which is really cool. So there's a lot of different ways you could have made this hand work. And I'm really happy about that. Then you proceed to normal summon your Sage. And you're going to go ahead and search for your Master this time. Because I happen to play quite a bit of Cards of Continents. I played 3. So I feel like Master would be the correct play to make because Melody and Cards of the Continents, other cards like that can just add the stone back. You can add the stone back with him, pitch it again, and you can still synchro summon with him, so it serves dual utility. So I'm going to search for the Master. Worst case scenario is Master can actually just add back Sage. So we searched Master. Now we're going to go ahead and reveal your Blue Eyes, one of the most infamous opening plays, Sage and alternative for your Spirit. And these hands like this happen a lot more often than you would think. Blue Eyes typically open up this way. And at this point, you can play Return, and you can special summon your alternative who was properly summoned in the first place. And you can proceed to your end phase, activate that White Stone of Ancients, and special summon another Blue Eyes. And at this point, your dragons are going to be protected by 2 different cards, which is Return and also this tag out, which will bring out Azure Eyes. And now they just basically can't be destroyed that turn. So if your opponent can't deal with this, which they really can't, you just can kill them next turn. Just kind of awesome. And I like that. And of course, you just top deck a Dragon Shrine, which could help or hinder you. But it helps. It definitely does. So that's one test hand. Cool thing is you can actually Dragon Shrine your Master target. So I really like the 3 Dragon Shrine. I know a lot of people give me hate for the 3 Dragon Shrine, but I like opening up with Dragon Shrine a lot. It's a really powerful card. It's a lot more versatile than Foolish Burial ever could be because it always gets double targets. It always gets double targets. It's always nice to load your grave with that Dragon Spirit of White or that Blue Eyes to make your Return of the Dragon Lords live and also still get a stone off of that. So it serves multiple purposes. One could just tech in the Foolish Burial if you want, but me personally, I like 3 Dragon Shrines. That's just me though. The next test hand is, that's looking fairly nice. The Lord of the Red, I wish that there was a ritual spell or even a Manju here, but that's not going to hurt too much. What we're actually going to do with this hand is we're going to Melody away that Lord of the Red since he's not going to do anything this turn. And we're going to search for a Blue Eyes and another alternative. And at this point, we are going to go ahead and actually, you know what? No, let's go ahead and search for double Blue Eyes and keep that alternative because it's looking like we're going to use Galaxy Soldier to make this build, to make this field into something. So he helped a lot. Or else it would have just been a reveal alternative special pass. So you're going to activate him, pitch your Blue Eyes, search for another soldier. Where's my soldier at? And then, you can special that soldier. After you reveal Blue Eyes, summon alternative, you can special that soldier, pitching him away. And then you can activate your Return of the Dragon Lords to summon Blue Eyes. If we weren't in Link format, this would have been, Titanic Galaxy and Cyber Dragon Infinity, which is 2 negates in 1 turn. But you have your choice here. I'm obviously going to go for Infinity because Titanic Galaxy can only negate spells, whereas Infinity negates anything. And these are just big bodies on the field to be protected by your Return. So, you can kind of just make your plays and protect your field. And at that point, your top deck is what you got, which is Silver Scry, and it's not that bad. We're going to do maybe 2 more test hands, and then I'm going to do test hands for a different deck. as well. It might actually be my my Shaddoll deck. I really love Shaddolls, man. I don't know why. I just love these decks. Like I love all my deck, but I really love the Dark Horse decks. I love those decks that just really don't see any play. Not even on a competitive scene. It's just like a minuscule ratio of like there's no Shaddolls anywhere really right now. There's certain people that love Shaddolls like me that play it. And I like to give life to those decks and give them that edge that they need to where they can really kick some Spiral's butts. They can really hang with Trick Stars and, you know, Pendulum Magicians and ABCs and Burning Abyss and maybe even Paleozoics. It's just really how you build your deck and also how you play it. You can have the best cards in the world and still not know what to do with them. And so, like I always say, it's not the deck, it's the player, which is really true. So at this point, we can actually Melody our White Stone, and we're going to go for a pretty standard Blue Eyes play. But Soul Charge is added here. So I wish that we did open with the Dragon Shrine, because Dragon Shrine would have loaded our grave with a Dragon Spirit of White and then a Blue Eyes. This is why Dragon Shrine's so busted. I'm telling you, dude. Dragon Shrine's amazing. Hard once per turn. Oh, well, I like it. It's like playing 3 Card of Demise and 3 Pot of Duality. And, you know, 3 Pot of Desires. Are those all not hard once per turns? Yet they're so good that you really want to play 3 of them. And I think we're going to actually normal summon the Sage. And we're going to use him to search for another stone. You could search for Valor if you play Valor, which will give you another form of disruption. But unfortunately, in my build, I do not play Valor. I'm not saying he's bad. He just, you know, it's not a card that I chose to play. Reveal Blue Eyes and summon Alternative, and you're making your Spirit. And at this point, you're actually going to tag out right away with your Spirit so that you can actually Soul Charge for more than 1. And then you're going to play your Soul Charge, bringing back your Spirit and your Blue Eyes Alternative. So you've Soul Charged for 2 at that point, and your White Stone of Ancients and In Phase will make the board a bit more scary, which is nice. And the kind of sucky thing about it is Azurize does not protect anything because you did not currently control any dragons aside from himself. But nonetheless, it's a pretty nice field. It is, and they're no joke. It's like you really have to get over these cards with actual card effects and not by battle. And don't forget that Spirit, even in the main monster zone, can still negate graveyard effects, which is kind of relevant. And let's just draw one more card, see what it was. Yeah, that's a really nice hand. It just leads to really big boards. I like Blue Eyes, especially when we were not in Link format. The boards that Blue Eyes were able to make were just like so free and so hard to break. It was just like you had 1 turn to play through that, or you're gonna just get OTK'd for well over 8,000 damage. Let me check. We are 7 minutes. Yeah, we're 7 minutes in. Okay, we got time for a couple more. So we've opened with Shrine, Manju, Cards of Continents, Galaxy Soldier, Return. How can we make this hand work? All right, let's see. Dragon Shrine's gonna help. And we are gonna go ahead and send our Blue Eyes and our White Stone. Actually, we're gonna have to send Blue Eyes and a regular stone because we're gonna need at least, you know, 2 lights for our Galaxy Soldier if we want to use him. And every time I see him, yes, I do want to use him. And we're gonna search for Blue Eyes now. At that point, you're gonna do your normal summon for the turn to get yourself you know, 1 step ahead. And you're gonna use your Manju to search for your Lord of the Red. Blue Eyes is in hand. And I believe at this point, you know what, as a matter of fact, come to think of it, before I screw myself over, we're not even going to normal the Manju, because we're actually going to need that for food for Soldier. So you're going to activate Soldier, you're going to pitch Manju, you're going to search for another Soldier, and then at that point, you know, you're going to summon the second Soldier, obviously, pitching the Blue Eyes, and you can return the Blue Eyes back just because you can. And then you're just going to make your Cyber Dragon Infinity, and you're just kind of going to pass turn and pray for the best. And oh, look at that. So you just use Sage, you know, let's play off the Sage and let's get a White Stone, and then let's see what 2 cards we draw and just hope, you know, something happens off of that play. And if not, it's still all good. We got to at least dig through our deck and draw 2 more cards. And then you still get the In Phase special. We got him. Yeah, that's pretty lit. I like that. I like that a lot. So let's do another test hand. I'm really enjoying this deck, by the way. I love the Lord of the Red build a lot more than the Chaos Max. Chaos Max is really awesome, and he is a powerful card. He can just game you out of nowhere. But I like Lord of the Red because he's a lot more competitive, in my opinion. The ability to interact on your opponent's turn and kind of disrupt combos, cut boards in half, and in addition to Lord of the Red, playing hand traps from your hand triggers Lord of the Red. So you're like, negate this, pop that, and then negate this, pop that. You're taking 4 cards out of your hand, your opponent's hand, and leaving them at 2 is really strong because now they have 2 cards to play, which is very difficult to do so. So I do like Lord of the Red. If you're playing a competitive Blue Eyes, I feel like the Lord of the Red build might be for you. If not, it's all good. Either way, you know, it's really nice. We're going to normal summon Sage. We have Soul Charge, so I don't know exactly how we're going to do this, but let's see. We're going to use Sage, and we're not going to search for White Stone of Ancients. We're actually going to search for the White Stone of Legend, just so that we can get some kind of a field here. And then you're obviously going to activate Galaxy Soldier, pitching Stone, and you basically got a free soldier right there, and you're going to double search. Choosing your chain links accordingly if this wasn't a test hand, but this is a test hand. And then we're going to go ahead and actually, what's really cool now is I'm forgetting that you can actually Sage your Sage. Wow, that's pretty savage. I think that what we're going to do, there's a way that we can do this. Like, let me think this through. Because you can actually Sage off your Infinity and then Soul Charge Infinity back and then attach something to him. I just need to think it through. Okay, Galaxy Soldier. Pitch. Blue Eyes. Okay, and then overlay these. Okay, I'm really gonna try to make the best that I can out of this hand because this hand seems to have more potential than the others. So you're gonna make Infinity, and you're actually going to Sage your Infinity. I'm doing this because I want to see how if this works out in the way that I thought of it in my mind. You're gonna summon Blue Eyes. I don't even think Blue Eyes players have done this before. Who the heck sages their own Infinity when he had 3 materials to begin with? But we're just gonna do it. And then we're gonna Synchro Summon for Spirit. Tag out with Spirit for your Azurize. Or, I'm sorry, we're going to summon Crystal Wing, even better. I don't actually have my Crystal Wing. So, let's summon the Michael. And we're going to pretend that the next level 8 we summon is Crystal Wing. I have Crystal Wing in another deck. Then you're going to play Soul Charge. You're going to Soul Charge for 1, for 2, 3, 4, 5. This is why Soul Charge is so broken in Blue Eyes, because you make boards like this. Then of course you're gonna Synchro, and you're gonna make your Crystal Wing. So let's pretend as if Azori's White Dragon is Crystal Wing. My Crystal Wing is here. You guys know I have one. It's just somewhere else right now. And then you're gonna go ahead and activate Cyber Dragon Infinity and target Blue Eyes. Yes, you can target your own monsters. Attach it so you have a negate, and a negate. You have 3 negates. And you have no in-phase stone. That's kind of sad, but you're all in at this point. You're just like, all right, negate. Okay, bet, negate. All right, negate, let's get it. Attack for game next turn. That's a really nice opening hand. Anytime you open with Soul Charge and Blue Eyes, you can do a lot with it. And I think that if I went with my first mind, I would have just made Infinity and then Soul Charge for a Blue Eyes and a Sage and just passed, and that was stupid. So I think saging away the Infinity, although it seems retarded, it actually made sense to me. I like that. I think I'm gonna go ahead and stop the video before we get too far into it. But I hope you guys like this. I hope you really did enjoy these test hands. I just wanted to show you how consistent my Blue Eyes are. I did another test hand video that I actually deleted because I wasn't really feeling it. But I opened up with like double Lord of the Red one time because I literally drew him and his ritual, and then a pre-prep with like a Blue Eyes, and it was, oh my god, that's crazy. No, it wasn't him. It was him, his ritual, a pre-prep, a melody, and then a White Stone of Ancients. And it's just like, oh, this is icing on the cake right here. It was so amazing. But yeah, I really like the way this deck works. And I just wanted to do this because I haven't done it a lot, and I feel like this should be done more on this channel. I hope you guys did enjoy this, like I said, and check out our older videos. There's some stuff that you'll see on this channel that you might actually find to be really different. You know, we try our hardest to stray away from the standard you can say deck building, which to me standard is kind of just like you see it all the time, and I don't want to do that. I don't want to showcase the same old and be like, oh, Hand Trap City. Oh, okay, this guy's playing Spirals, you know. Oh, this guy's playing Pendulum Magicians. People are tired of seeing that, and that's why I want you guys to come to my channel to get a fresh relief and kind of get the idea that Yu-Gi-Oh! Is meant to be fun in the first place. You can play the best deck in the world, but if you're not having fun, it's just not worth it. That's why I played Herald of Perfection for so long. I played Ritual decks. I love Rituals. They're actually my favorite kind of decks. But I think I'm just rambling at this point. God bless you guys. Make good choices. Don't hurt your brain cells. Definitely, you can back me up on Patreon if you like. I'm not really thirsty and I don't like to ask for stuff, but you have the option to do so if you would like to support me. Everything comes out of pocket for me, and it's not like, you know, YouTube is like, you know, paying my bills or anything. I actually just work for a living. I'm a server at Olive Garden. And in addition to that, every deck request that you ask of me, I do fulfill it. And what you guys should know is this comes out of pocket. So if you are watching this video right now and you have not seen a deck profile that you asked me to do, just know it's not easy for me. Sometimes I have the money and it's like I really need to put this money aside for my bills because I am a grown man. I have a 3-bedroom house, and I live with my girlfriend and we have to pay our bills, you know what I'm saying? If you can relate to that, I hope you understand that sometimes bills have to come first. So if there's anything that you've asked me and I haven't done it, just know that it's pending, and once I get the chance, I will do so. But I'm not gonna lie, money's really tight right now. Thanksgiving's come around the corner, so you know it's not like I can afford to just waste money on anything. So I am sorry if, you know, you have made a request and I haven't fulfilled it, and I hope you guys can respect that. And even if you don't respect it, I still love you, and y'all have a wonderful day and happy Thanksgiving.